Disclaimer: the following video is brought to you by a non-medical provider. The views, opinions, and advice given in are not meant to be taken as medical advice. Please consult your medical provider before attempting any extreme dietary regimens. I, the content creator, nor my brand, Fitvice, are responsible for your death or injury if you attempt to do the things in this video. Please enjoy this video and stay healthy.
Hey guys, that's Jonathan. I'm back with another video. I'm basically going to be keeping this video diary for the next 5 to 7 days, or however short or long this goes on for. But I have just started my first day of water fasting. I'm actually at the end of my first day, and this video diary is going to be tracking my thoughts and my progress, and to give you guys the most in-depth experience as to what to expect when water fasting, at least from my perspective. Everybody's different. You may experience things differently than I do. I can already tell you that on my first day I've had a different experience than most people whose videos I've watched. So in the beginning of my day, I didn't feel hungry at all. It felt like a normal day, simply because I never really eat breakfast. It's very rare that I'll eat breakfast, so that was normal. Around lunchtime I did feel hungry, and that's probably due to the fact that I was working out, and so I got hungry after working out. But I just drank some water and I did fine. I was thinking about food quite a lot during lunch, and what really helped me to avoid thinking about food or to get my mind off of it was taking a cold shower and keeping myself occupied. I went out to the beach. I didn't stay in my room. I went out and did stuff and kept myself occupied so that I wasn't bored, because most of the time when you're bored you think about food. And having the mental strength to go forth as well. I kept reminding myself that it's only been, 12 hours since I had a meal, so I'm really not that hungry. It's just my mind telling me that I'm hungry. And that really helped me too. Meditation, or if you're religious, prayer will really help you get through this fasting period. For me, I'm not religious. I just meditate and focus on my goals and my thoughts and my progression, and that really helps me to stay inspired and driven to continue. Around dinner time, I was sort of thinking about food, but not a whole lot. It was mostly just dinner time, and my body was like, hey, it's dinner time, you should probably eat something. And I was like, no, not today, we're gonna have some water. So that was pretty much that. I really kept myself occupied. I went out and saw a movie for dinner and that really helped keep myself occupied. But what was funny that I noticed is around the 24th hour, I completely had stopped thinking about food entirely. I wasn't hungry at all. I wasn't bothered by the fact that I hadn't eaten, and I was very comfortable in my skin. I felt very comfortable. I actually felt, and I don't know what this means, but I guess the closest word I could use to describe what I felt would be like almost like a feeling of euphoria. Slight euphoria, not like a high, but like a feeling of like appreciation, a feeling of happiness. Just I wasn't stressed out anymore about the food topic, and so I was able to enjoy my surroundings and such. And that's really what I felt today. I managed to drink a gallon of water today, and I didn't force it. It came very naturally, and whenever I was hungry I took a sip, whenever I was thirsty I took a gulp, and etc. I didn't force the gallon down. If I wasn't able to drink a gallon, I wouldn't have finished it, but I managed to finish an entire gallon today. Tomorrow morning I'm going to start my day with some water. This time I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of salt to my water, so that way I can keep my electrolytes up. And I'm also going to take my multivitamins so that I don't become too deprived of vitamins during this fast period. I intend to fast for at least 5 to possibly 7 days, but I'm understanding and willing to flex that depending on what my body tells me to do. You have to listen to your body when you do these fasts, because it's important not to set yourself on a goal and then hurt yourself trying to achieve that goal. You have to listen to your body through these fasts and understand when it's time to stop and to slowly come out of your fast. Currently, I don't have that problem. Well, I will inform you guys how day 2 goes when that happens. That's all for today. Bye. Okay, so it has officially been 50 hours since I've started my fast. That's 50 hours. 2 days for short, day 2. It is the end of day 2. And some notes that I have for day 2. Let's see, this morning I was very energized, extremely energized actually, like just very overly energized. I can't express how much it was, how much energy I had. And that led me to this afternoon testing my ketones, because I actually just recently got my keto strips in the mail. I'll show them to you here. So I got two versions, or whatever you want to call them. I got this one here, and I got this one here. Both I found on Amazon for between $9 and $10, I believe. And they're just little urine strips, and you pee on them, or you pee in a cup and you let it soak for 15 seconds, and then depending on the color of the strip afterwards, it'll tell you how much ketones are in your urine, thus telling if you're in ketosis or not. So by this afternoon, I was like, I have a lot of energy. I should probably pee on one of these. And I did, and it was very dark purple, so that meant I had really high levels of ketones in my urine, which was good, which meant that I was in ketosis, which means that I was losing weight. And also meant, which also was the explanation for the high energy. I'm still feeling good. I still managed to drink a gallon of water this morning, but on top of my gallon of water, I also added my multivitamin, and I added, was it 1 teaspoon? Yes. 1 teaspoon of salt. And then later in the afternoon, I added another teaspoon of salt to one of my cups of water, just because I felt like I needed it. I felt like I was peeing a lot, which is expected, but I felt like I was basically just losing all my water and I wasn't really retaining any. So I took another teaspoon, of salt in my afternoon water, and I feel fine. I feel great. The only negative side effect that I experienced today was somewhere around late afternoon, I went to urinate, and I completely emptied my bladder, and I noticed that as soon as I had done so, to the point where I couldn't pee any further, I had some stomach pain. I don't know if it was bladder pain or stomach pain. It wasn't completely painful, it was more of like a discomfort. It was definitely noticeable, and it only lasted about 30 minutes. I figured maybe my stomach was empty, so I drank some water, and again 30 minutes later it no longer bothered me anymore. So that's the only note that I had for today that was kind of notable. Other than that, I'm still working out very minimally. Today I did some crunches, some push-ups, some cardio, like, I don't know if you want to call it cardio. Basically, I did some abdominal workouts, very low intensity abdominal workouts. Tomorrow I will be doing, in the afternoon tomorrow, I will be doing water aerobics. So I will continue to work out lightly while I fast. My sleep has been fine. I was nervous that sleeping would be difficult. I found that yesterday on the first night's sleep, I slept well and I woke up well. I was afraid I was going to wake up with extreme stomach pains, but I slept restfully and I woke up fine, and I just had 2 cups of water in the morning, just so that I wasn't too thirsty. I always try to start drinking first thing in the morning as if I was eating breakfast. I look forward to seeing how day 3 goes. I actually bought some melatonin just in case I have some issues sleeping, so I will take that, and then that's about the only thing that's changed. I guess I'll see you guys on day 3. Okay, so it's finally been 3 days. As of this very moment, it's the 3rd day in this water fast, and this is the last day that I'm doing this for. Starting tomorrow morning, I'm going to start to prepare my body to start receiving regular food, and I'm going to do that in a few ways, but I'll get to that in just a moment. I'm going to talk about now what these past 3 days have been like, and what it means to me to have been able to complete this, and what I learned and gained from this experience, so that maybe you guys can do the same. Final weight count is 10 pounds, 3 days, 10 pounds, and I can see it in my neck and in my face, a little bit in my stomach, and I'm sure if I was to go further, I'd see more. Reason I'm stopping now is for medical reasons. I'm not going to continue. Actually, what I'm going to do is slowly start to incorporate water-based foods into my diet. So I'm going to start tomorrow morning with throughout the day, trying to consume 36 ounces of bone beef broth, which is gonna help my body to start to say, hey, we're gonna start eating food again. Let's not blow up, or let's not store this as fat and completely ruin the whole point of this fast. And I'm gonna do that, and then that'll be day 1, and then that plus water. So technically that'll almost be a fast, but the broth has protein and carbs and sodium, so it won't really. I probably won't be in ketosis by the end of the day, to be honest. And then on day 2 of coming out of the fast, I'm gonna be incorporating blended meals. So I have a meal replacement, like a full meal shake. I'm gonna use one of those. I also am gonna be eating like blended vegetables and blended fruits, smoothie type things, low sugar. Maybe it's not even no sugar, to be honest. I'm probably just gonna do the vegetable and the fruit, and I use the natural sugar in them to sweeten. And I'll do that for day 2, and then day 3 of coming off the fast is when I'll start to incorporate actual solid foods. And I'm gonna start with a very small piece, maybe an 6 to 8 ounce piece of fish and some spinach, and that'll probably be like the solid food that I have. And I'll, depending on how my stomach feels, I'll try to eat 3 meals. If not, I'll just eat 1 meal and continue with my blended meals, because I'll be getting nutrition from the blended meals. And then from there, though, I'm actually going to be having some really minor procedure on my throat to have my tonsils removed, and I will not be able to eat solid food for a little while. So this is why I'm coming off the fast and going into a liquid food diet. So I will continue to lose weight, I'm sure, because I'll be on a liquid food diet and not a solid food diet. So I look forward to seeing how that goes. But back to the what I experienced on day 2 and on, from day 2 to day 3, I felt really energetic. I was in ketosis, and I think that does that to your body. It gives you like this great amount of energy, and I was very clear-headed. I can't really put into words other than that, and like a sort of a feeling of euphoria. I was able to appreciate things more, I guess, because I wasn't so focused on food. I really wasn't thinking about food a whole lot of the time. I found myself having a lot of extra time on my hands because I wasn't spending an hour to 2 hours at lunch eating, or in the morning spending an hour. I normally wake up an hour early to prepare my breakfast from scratch, because I don't eat a bowl of cereal or anything. And then at dinner it'll take me maybe 2 hours between prep and eating. So I found myself with like a whole extra 8 hours, almost like 6 hours, a whole extra 6 hours. And maybe that's just me, maybe I'm crazy and I spend too much time in the kitchen, but I'm a cook, so that's me. But yes, I found myself with like about a whole 6 extra hours of free time in my day, and I would like be sitting around with like, what am I gonna do now? Because normally I'd be eating or preparing to eat or thinking about eating or something like that. But I found myself with extra time, and I utilized that time. I went to the beach more, I went to the movies more, I wrote more, I edited more, I did things with that time. So it was interesting. It was a great experience. It was really enlightening. And I feel like I enjoyed this. I was able to learn a lot about myself. I was able to learn that if I can go 3 full days without eating and survive and feel healthy and feel energetic and ready to go and beat the day, then when I start to go back into regular food after my liquid diet, I can eat less and be okay. I know that mentally now, that I can eat less and be okay, because I've gone with much less. And I know that I can resist cravings. I managed to stay very strong for these past 2 days, and I know that if I can do it now with no food, then while I'm eating food, I can say no to unhealthy foods. If I could say no to all food, I can say no to unhealthy foods for sure. So that's something that I really gained from this. So I look forward to coming out of this fast and getting into a healthier lifestyle. I haven't fully chosen what diet I'm gonna follow. I don't think I'm gonna go vegetarian or vegan. I'm probably gonna stay ketoing on this keto diet. I know for the immediate short term I'm gonna do the liquid food diet. I'll let you guys know what I choose to go with in the future. But yeah, these past 2 days have been enlightening, and I enjoyed it, and I definitely recommend, if you're thinking about doing it, that you do it with medical supervision. And follow your doctor's advice and listen to your body, and that's the most important thing. Listen to your body. I don't think
there's any harm in trying this out. I think if you're doing it and you're serious about getting your life clean and getting in the right place and wanting to know how strong you actually are, you can do it, and I think it's worth doing. So that's all. This was a fun 3 days. I hope you guys learned something from this video. I hope you guys enjoyed following my path. If you have any further questions, if I left anything out, please just leave a comment or shoot me an email. My email is fitvice@gmail.com, or you can just comment below, like I said, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have, anything else that I left out. Alright, thanks guys, bye.